Yeah. We coming at you with a live reaction, man. First time doing this. We gonna see how it go, man. We gonna see how it go. Yeah. Check the mic check. Y'all hear me? All right, we gonna see how it go, man. We gonna react. I've seen this already, but I want to give you all my opinions on this. All right? Let's go.
See my situation and not think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
See my situation. That's a very vague question, and it's for you
What
to even
situation are you referring to that they're looking at and thinking is not high function?
just my life.
Your life entirely, or your life in
My
relationships?
my life.
See, don't deflect.
Ham is a fool, man. All right, so we talking about the high functioning high. So let's go. Let's see what the doctor says. This is the one with Cam Newton and Dr. Bryant.
Let's stay here. Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
Both really.
And they think that you're low functioning.
No, I don't.
You just said people see your life and think you're not high functioning. The opposite of that would be low
No,
functioning.
no, no. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to take my intentions away from this. Is can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or can I give you more?
Yes, more information. Heck yeah.
So
She's kind of not letting him fully talk. She kind of answering the questions for him.
I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I didn't do my
Goddamn.
research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Now,
That's a lot, my dude. That's a lot, my G. Let's go.
By multiple women? What's the intent
I
of
just
this?
want
Or by
God to
your
bring
wife?
him. I just want God to bring him.
Oh, okay. And you have, so you just
Because
bring 'em,
my
okay.
point is this.
Mm.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Bryant, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
Drinking and driving is a decision that could change your whole world. You
Yeah,
can
let's skip
face
that.
a life-altering injury or
Don't drink and drive, though.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love, 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 love the baby.
She talking out the backside of her teeth, man. She talking both sides of her mouth, man. I don't know. I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this.
Kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far. But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now,
It's not a bad point. She's making a very good point right there.
you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. So at what point do you feel the fear, do it anyways? And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. To say that I am going to create these homes. Oh, let me go better. I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody who you're spending your life with. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
Just tell me when I can solve.
Yeah, almost. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works.
I think that might be her best point, but she says a lot of things I don't fully agree with. But she's spitting half facts. You know what I mean? In the sense that, yes, he's not doing a typical nuclear family, but as a father, he's doing his duties of taking care of his kids. Now, what does taking care of his kids mean? It could be as simple as, you know what I mean, being in the kids' lives and making sure they're taken care of financially and being in the best schools, being having all their needs met, being under a roof. That's the bare minimum. But then there's other actions to leading the family. You know what I mean? Being the head of the household, being a real father, spending time with the children, right? Now, once you have 8 kids and 3 different baby mamas, it's very hard for you to do that for all them 8 kids, especially if they're not living under the same roof. Now, later in this interview, I believe Cam says that they all live under the same roof. I'm not sure about that. It was ambiguous, right? But her best point here is saying that he was unintentional, or he's more intentional about finding a wife than having all these kids, you know what I mean? Having all these baby mamas in a sense, right? I don't think or believe that's creating broken homes. I think that's more being a lot more selective about a wife and a marriage commitment more than a child commitment. Now, I'll say it's kind of ignorant. I got love for Cam, but it's kind of ignorant for you to have multiple baby mamas and a lot of kids with now zero intention of really taking it serious with any of those baby mamas. I think that's kind of reckless. Let's keep it a bean. But I don't believe he's creating broken homes, right? Broken homes are homes which don't have any care. Completely broken homes is where the father or a mother doesn't even care at all about the children and doesn't provide for them kids in any kind of way. That's a broken home, right? So her first point, it kind of makes sense. It kind of don't. Let me let her finish off, man.
Compartmentalizing
I think her last point kind of makes sense. The last part of this woman.
hurts everybody involved, everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you
I think what she's talking about is like the fragmentation, how they're all in different boxes. That causes issues on a long term basis. Let's go.
go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box. It's unhealthy. And it's
Mm, in the big picture, it is a little bit unhealthy. But the way she's framing it is that these people are victims. No, they're not victims. I don't even think the children are victims. I think the women in the situation had an understanding. Okay, I don't think it. Okay, see, it would be bad if Cam promised one of these women, one of these baby moms, yo, you gonna be my everything. You're my wife. You're this for me. And then he double back and then go play on her and have a side baby and all these things and you know what I mean, play in her face. Now I don't think that's right. If he told them from Jump Street, yo, I wanna be fruitful and multiply, and I'm gonna have one with this one, that one, and I'm gonna take care of it, and this is what we're gonna do, that's a plan, then there's no problem. That's not a broken home, that's an agreement. That's an arrangement. I think that this lady, Dr. Bryant, automatically assumes that these baby mamas are victims, man. Couldn't you believe that they're participants and they're part of this too? That's where I don't think she's fully getting it right, man. I think she's judging and going off her own experience. That's what I'm telling you. Some of these psychologists, man, you have to be very careful. They just going with their own personal agendas. Let's go.
it's a huge dysfunction within our Black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health wise.
Now I do agree with that. Baby mama culture is a problem in the black community. We have to, as black men, stop just coming in some of these women, man. We gotta protect our seed, man. You know what I mean? If you don't see a future with this woman, do not impregnate her, bro. You know, at the same time, man, women, if you see a man who you don't have a future with, start closing them legs. at least wear a condom or at least get on the pill. Like I don't think these women are innocent that got into this with Cam. They are willing participants, bruh. And that's where I think she's wrong as a psychologist. She needs to understand that these women are not victims. They wanted to have his kids.
Wise and community wise,
All 8 of them, man. He didn't violate them. They all wanted the kids.
that black men would stop.
Black men with what?
Stop doing that, that they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing and creating houses, not homes, and then finally a home with the wife. And then you have all these other houses that are homeless, but you over here at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, I'm saying if that's what you want, you will, you'll get whatever you want. You're trying to create a home. Totally dysfunctional and extremely, that's the epitome of selfish, epitome of selfish.
She kind of lost me at the end where she essentially was putting that all on black men, right? We have to talk about specifics and not generalize. I could generalize a lot of things about black women, right? But I'm not gonna be that ignorant, right? My thing is, I'm always see it like this. I'm always see it like this. Ultimately, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna let a certain group of men decide who I am. And yes, I'll look at Cam and say, yo, we can make better decisions. But at the same time, it's about being honest and real about what you want to do and what you're trying to do. Not lying, not leading people on, right? And for her to assume a lot of these things and create narratives about Cam, I didn't like that. And for Cam to not take a little more responsibility, I didn't like that either, man. Anyways, get in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel, man. You know, first reaction, man. We're going to improve the lighting. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Big J reactions. Let's go, man. We out. We out this piece. Like, comment, subscribe, by the way, before y'all tap out. I'm out.